Հարգելի բարեկամներ, այս օրերին Նյու Յորքում Միացյալ Ազգերի կազմակերպությունում տեղի է ունենում 71-րդ տարեկան գագաթնաժողովը, որին 193 պետությունների կողքին մասնակցում է նաև Հայաստանի Հանրապետությունը, արտաքին գործոց նախարար Էդուարդ Նալբանդյանի ներկայությամբ։ Այս բարձրագույն ամբիոնից նախարար Նալբանդյանը իր խոսքը սկսեց սկզբում ֆրանսերենով եւ ապա շարունակեց անգլերեն, նշելով, որ այս տարի Հայաստանը տոնում է իր անկախության 25-ամյակը, նա անդրադարձավ մեր երկրի ձեռքբերումներին եւ դժվարություններին։
The nations has a considerable role to play in changing the environment conducive to intolerance, racial discrimination, xenophobia, violent extremism and terrorism. On numerous occasions, Armenia has condemned the crimes committed by Daesh, other terrorist groups, which threaten the peoples of the region and beyond. The war in Syria has a devastating impact on its civilian population, including national and religious minorities, who face existential threats due to identity-based crimes. The violence has not bypassed Syrian Armenians, many of whom lost their lives. The Armenian settlements, churches, schools, and cultural institutions were destroyed. 100 years ago, Armenian refugees found shelter in many Arab countries after the Armenian genocide. Today, thousands of Armenians, together with other people of the Middle East, again are forced to flee their homes. From Syria, more than 20,000 found refuge in Armenia. Therefore, we know what it means to be a refugee and to host refugees. The government of Armenia has undertaken considerable efforts in assisting the refugees and facilitating their integration. Mr. President, Armenia has been continuously supporting and contributing to the elaboration of the mechanisms of prevention, in particular by regularly initiating resolutions on the prevention of genocide in the Human Rights Council. As a nation who experienced the first genocide of the 20th century and continues to face the denial of this horror, Armenia reaffirms its strong support to the fight against impunity for genocide. 2016 marks the first anniversary of the UN General Assembly resolution initiated by Armenia, proclaimed December 9th as an International Day of Commemoration and Dignity of the Victims of Genocide. As the UN Assistant Secretary General noted, Armenia's support is important not only for its contribution, but also for the Armenian history and the challenges overcome during it. Indeed, history teaches us that the security of one is closely connected to others. Aggressive military response of the state to the peaceful aspiration of people to exercise the right to self-determination only legitimizes such aspiration and deprives the aggressor of any claim to authority over such people. The UN expert on the promotion of a democratic and equitable international order rightly stated that rather than perceiving self-determination as a source of conflict, armed conflict should be seen as a consequence of the violation of the right to self-determination. Azerbaijan stubbornly refuses to recognize the right of the people of Nagorno-Karabakh to self-determination. As part of Azerbaijan's policy of ethnic cleansing and aggression, starting from the late 80s and beginning of 90s, Armenians were massacred and expelled from their homes. Nobel Peace Prize winner Andrei Sakharov called it a threat of a new genocide of the Armenian people. This year again, in early April, in blatant violation of the ceasefire agreement, Azerbaijan unleashed another large-scale aggression against Nagorno-Karabakh, indiscriminately targeting civilian infrastructures and population. Among the victims were a 12-year-old boy and 92-year-old woman. Against all odds, the people of Nagorno-Karabakh have been able to defend themselves and create a free and democratic society. Armenia, together with the mediator countries, Russia, the United States, and France, the co-chairs of the OSCE Minsk Group, will continue its efforts towards exclusively peaceful resolution of the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. The co-chairs have proclaimed a rather civilized formula for the settlement, ballots instead of bullets. The unilateral land blockade of Armenia by Turkey is a gross violation of international law. It continues to severely hamper regional transit communication routes, economic cooperation, and integration. Mr. President, Armenia welcomes the central role of the United Nations in the implementation of the new and comprehensive agenda. We do not underestimate the challenges facing all of us. Equally, we should not downplay the opportunities. More than 7 decades on, we must show the same insight and vision to safeguard the future of this organization and ensure the best possible future for the peoples of the United Nations. Armenia is fully committed to these goals. Thank you.